long story short, I have to go to rehab for 3 years, and I'm not very happy about it. But what can you do?
And welcome to the podcast. We got a great podcast ready for today. What? Oh, everybody's favorite topic, of course. Pairs.
I pass.
Unless we should cycle back. What was that, Cameron?
What was what?
Yeah, what was what? I'm unclear.
Sorry, the rehab thing for 3 years. That really caught me off guard.
There's just a non sequitur, like we always do.
It just completely threw me off. Oh,
I thought we were supposed to acknowledge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Every time when I'm completely thrown off, I just break the rule because I don't know how to respond to that.
You're not supposed to. That's the point.
That's the point. The
Uh,
point is, you say the non sequitur, and then we move on without addressing it.
Oh,
That's the gimmick. That's the shtick.
yeah. Okay. Disregard everything I've said. Then
I think you mean
Right.
irregard everything you just said.
I thought irregard wasn't a word.
No, disregard's not a word.
Whoa. I'm pretty sure disregard is a word.
No, it's not. It's irregard.
You can't just be throwing things. Nah, I gotta look this up. But anyways, yeah, repairs.
Oh,
So Gavin, you're a big repairer. You repair things left and right, up and down, upside down, and
He repairs
Inside out.
things up and down and all around.
I mean, I have been a lot, yes. What about it?
how is it?
I mean, sometimes it can be fun. Sometimes it takes way longer than you think, and sometimes it doesn't work at all.
It probably depends on what you're repairing to.
I tried to repair a leak in my roof, and it didn't work. So now I got to go back up there when I have a chance,
Okay.
and just pray I don't have to reshingle my roof.
Yeah, reshingling roofs is not the funnest. The chance of falling off.
I don't mind it too much. It's just the time it'll take.
Yeah.
I've seen The Simpsons, and if you mess up like if you mess up the last one and hit it straight into your leg, that could go bad.
Yeah, we had a 7-foot by like 4-foot bubble of peeled paint that we had to get off and scrape because the wall was wet, and then it peeled off the paint from the wall. So we had to scrape it, sand it, mud it, and then we went up and repaired the hole. But we didn't repair the hole, so I need to re-mud it again because it rained and got it all wet again. So that's been the most fun repair I've had to do so far.
That sounds absolutely awful. You had to re-mud it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you had to put mud in it in the first place.
It's an old wall.
One of those dirt houses.
Exactly, yep.
Minecraft
I didn't realize what you were saying until after I responded. I just got done from a nap. I'm not at the top of my game right now.
That's great for me then. You can only mean good things.
But yeah, I think the wall being wet kind of loosened some screws on some shelving. So the shelving fell and broke our toilet seat. So I had to make a new shelf. I put it in a different room.
Oh, no.
Man, this guy's just having house problems in general.
Yeah.
The mud's falling off the wall, breaking shelving units, that breaks the toilets, that floods the whole house,
his entire sink exploded.
which causes him to reshingle.
The bathtub was ripped out of the floor by a tornado.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't recall that part of the story.
He set up a door and the entire wall fell down, but the store stayed up fine.
He has a store.
No, it's been a rough day for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
That all just today?
Yep,
mini
exactly.
tornado.
That's why we're also going to get rid of the toilet and get a new one, and get rid of the vanity and get a new one, and redo the flooring too. Not too far from now.
Sounds expensive.
Well,
You'd think so, but my landlord's going to take everything we pay for off of the rent, so actually all the repairs are free.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
+1 for
That's
renting.
a great deal.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a suggestion. Don't get flooring from Lowe's. Or, you know what, you can get the flooring from Lowe's, but don't expect them to set it up.
Yeah, normally when I buy flooring, I don't expect them to follow me home and do it for me, I guess.
But you could buy an installation thing so that you don't have to install it yourself. But if you get it through Lowe's, it's gonna take you months. Is based off of personal experience.
I've listened to Distractable. I know the Lowe's shenanigans without having experienced it myself.
Yeah, we had gotten kitchen flooring redone like a few years back now, and we had gotten the, I don't know, was it fake wood?
Laminate?
Yeah, probably laminate wood. Whatever it is, wood looking a thing, flooring. They were gonna my dad bought it and he said, okay, they're gonna come install it. It's gonna be great. So, you know, we cleared everything out and they were gonna come install it. And they didn't come to install it for quite the long time.
Did they not give you a time frame of some sort?
They gave a time frame, and then they canceled that time frame, and then you know the rescheduled time frame didn't work, so they had to reschedule the reschedule, and you know, so something came up, and you know ours wasn't the highest priority because you know we already had flooring apparently, but eventually they came.
Was there some sort of compensation for this? Or?
Oh, no, it was, we're going to get there when we get there, and you don't have to pay extra for this extra time we're talking to you right now. So,
you don't have to pay for this phone call or, you know, these exorbitant storage fees that we're just holding onto your flooring for.
No, we actually had the flooring at our house, so, you know, we didn't have the storage fee there. So we already had the flooring. We just needed the people to come set it up for us because, you know, actually, my dad probably could have set it up. I think after a few weeks, he's like, you know, I probably could just do that. Why we waited?
Flooring's not hard. It's not very fun at all, but it's not difficult.
I think my mom was was the ones like, well, we want it to be perfect, so we just have people come in and they'll line it up and do it all good.
Let the professionals do it.
Yeah. Lo and behold, the professionals, I think, messed up a square. So, you know,
a square? Did you get the sticky squares?
No, they're.
Thank God.
Not the sticky squares. I say squares, probably like they're in like rectangular things. I don't think.
Are they long strips?
Yeah, I think they were long strips. It's been a while.
It could. Normally, it's either one big mat that looks like wood, or you can get like, you know, fake wood slats, or it's sticky squares.
Yeah, not sticky squares.
That's the most common with the flooring, anyway. Well, I'm glad I know one thing that it's not. That's real helpful.
Yeah, you know me. Helping out where I can.
Yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah!
So anything else besides house repairs, Gavin, that you do?
That I do? I mean, it's my job to repair circuit boards.
Yeah. What's the best part about repairing circuit boards?
That they don't care that I don't know what I'm doing and they still give me money for it.
That's great. That's amazing. Now that's the type of job everybody needs. Something that makes them look like they're competent, but then, you know, it turns out they're just winging it.
Yeah. That and the people are pretty great there. I like it there.
Sure. There a high chance of electric shocks?
Not really, no, because they're powered down.
I don't imagine so.
You gotta test them.
No, that's what's testing.
Yeah, wait, you don't test them? You send it to somebody else to test them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got testers to test them. I'm a test tech. You think I test things? God.
gosh.
Gavin's,
Sorry.
Gavin's in charge of like the soldering and stuff.
Oh, he's
No, that's hand solder.
Solder. Hey, what? That's
hand solder department.
That's a different department.
All test techs do is look at a board, see if they can find anything obvious. If they can't, then they look at what's failing and see if they can find a path that's obvious.
Yeah, so
And if they can't, then they use a multimeter. And if they still can't, then they guess. And they just write down a part on a piece of paper, send it to rework, and rework replaces any parts they asked for. And then rework sends it to test, which the testers test it. And then if it passes or fails, then it comes back to us.
Yeah, so you see here, this circuit board looks like it got hit with a hammer 17 times. You can tell by every scratch you see on the circuit board. Now, I would have done it 18 times myself, but 17's a good number.
I have accidentally punched a hole in the middle of a circuit board before.
Riley, you saying that made me remember a video I saw once where a kid, he was like a little kid, who was like, this is my brand new iPad, and the screen protector's really good. So like, what he did was he placed the iPad down. He put like the sheet of paper over it, smacked it like 3 times with a hammer, lifted up the paper, saw it was all cracked. It was like, oh!
I think I've seen that video.
Oh my gosh!
Funny.
Why would you? That's a kid, right?
Yeah, it's a kid.
Okay.
Of course.
If this person was like 25 years old and is doing that,
trust me, it's the best screen protector they have. Watch this.
Watch this. I sawed this boat in half.
Check it out! I just bought the greatest screen protector. The greatest phone screen protector ever made. It's made with fiberglass, plexiglass, bulletproof glass, and to test it out, I'm gonna use a chainsaw on it. oh no, dude, that was a brand new phone. That costed me $5,000. Oh my god! What? Oh,
but the screen protector's still intact.
I don't think this brand deal was worth it. I'm down $5,000 now because of that. And plus, there's also the cost of the chainsaw too, which I bought just for this bit. Why they didn't even tell me to do this bit. I thought it'd be cool. I had that much faith in their.
That'd be cool, guys.
But now I'm just sad.
That's classic.
Classic.
Yeah. Classic.
Trying to think of what other repairs that I do. I don't do too many repairs.
You don't fix a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm better at breaking things than fixing them. So I try to just not break them.
That's how
or if I break them, then I have to just figure out how I'm going to use the broken thing.
Okay.
That's better than trying to fix it.
I think I disagree, but that's fine.
It depends on the thing that you break, okay? Like
that's how I've been with my past 2 phones. Like I broke the screen. I cracked the screens on both of them. So then, all right, I guess I'll just use this. It still works. It's just cracked. But then the first phone, I accidentally spilt detergent all over it, and it didn't work after that.
Yeah.
I ridiculed Riley about that, but go ahead. I'll let you finish.
And then the second phone got this weird green streak over it, over the screen, and I don't know how it got there. Why it got there, but I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it, so I just bought a new phone after that. And then I learned my lesson and actually bought a phone case and a screen protector for it. I even bought a phone case which had a screen protector built into it, so it's got double screen protection.
There we go. But
and it works.
I was gonna say, Riley, I was ridiculing you about just using things that are broken, but then Cameron brought up his phone. Like, I have scratches all over my screen. My charging port doesn't work because I dropped it in a lake.
My charging port doesn't work either, so I bought a wireless charger.
Hey, that's what I did too.
Wireless charger works.
I should do that. But
I don't know how I'm gonna transfer data without a working port, but I'm sure there's a way.
Oh yeah, well, just get a hammer.
I never broke my charging port, but I broke several charging cords. Because like the end where like the USB thing is on, like they usually get bent so much that the wires start poking out, and eventually it gets to a point where it just doesn't work anymore.
See, that's you need a longer cable then if you're having that issue. You're
I have
the
one.
Cable. You're stretching the cable
I
too
have
much.
one cable.
You're not
stretching it at all.
Yeah,
it's literally right next to me in my bed. That's where the cable is.
It's not long enough.
There's no stretching.
You need a longer cable, man. I don't know what to tell you, but the cable needs to be longer. Now, what I don't understand is how my USB decided to do some weird voodoo thing and try to create that from straight to angled. Goodness gracious! Did you see that, Gavin? My flash drive at your house?
What?
That no.
What?
You know, we woke up and I went to go check the recording we did and for Wonder, and I unplugged the flash drive and it was just jolted up.
I don't remember that.
I feel like I should, but I definitely don't.
Jack would back me up. Right, Jack? Yeah. See? He agrees.
That's what happened.
It's hard to explain. I'll take a picture. Well, actually, I don't have it now. That my parent.
Great. How convenient. Yeah.
I'll take a picture this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will. Promise. Definitely. Maybe.
Okay.
Most likely.
Is that a Riley promise or a Jack promise?
I'll go with Riley. I don't know the validity of a Jack promise.
I'm surprised you don't know the validity of a Jack promise.
I mean,
at this point.
For reference, he said he would be here this time and last time.
Well,
for the podcast.
Did he promise?
So I guess I don't think I've heard the words "I promise," but he gave me his word, which I feel is the same.
Synonymous. Gotcha.
Do I have your word that you'll show up today, Jack? Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be. Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying it, aren't I? These are words.
Yeah. I'll totally be there.
Should I just keep reminding me of my shady deal that I did in front of Jack's house?
Excuse me?
Yeah, he wanted Keyforge cards, and I just had a weird bag, and I brought a bag to his house, and we just stood in front of his house, and then he handed me cash, and I handed him the bag. So yeah, he got Keyforge cards, but and
then you hopped into your black van and drove off.
I really hope one of the neighbors was watching and was concerned after that. It's just in retrospect, we're just talking, and then all of a sudden he hands me cash, and I hand him like an undisclosed plastic bag. It's probably an Amazon thing.
Yeah, thanks for that. I really hope that all your neighbors now think you do shady deals. Yeah, cool, thanks.
Oh yeah, no, I do. It'll be funny. It'll be funny,
yeah. But yeah,
you're gonna laugh.
They'll laugh at it. I'm laughing at it now.
Yes, you are.
So, let me ask you guys a question. I've been dabbling in the versus community a bit lately.
Oh,
yeah.
I couldn't tell.
But
Sorry,
But I've been wondering about the versus matchups nobody thinks about, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on who the winners would be. Here's the first contestant. Who wins in a fight to the death? No prep time. They're both just thrown in the arena. They have their own tools and strengths and weaknesses at their own disposal. Who wins in a fight to the death? Fork or knife?
Which one gets a giraffe with wheel skates?
Neither of them have. That's not in a fork or knife's moveset.
Kind of fork and what kind of knife?
Yeah.
Like, is it a pitchfork versus a butter knife, or
It's a kitchen fork and a kitchen. It's like
what's a kitchen fork? Just a regular metal fork?
Just a normal ass
fork with wood handling.
It's just a normal metal silverware fork.
Well, now we're talking about silverware. Is it a silver fork, like it used to be, or is it a modern day fork?
Modern day fork. That's a pure metal one, right?
Yeah.
4-prong.
Yeah.
The outsides are slightly bigger than the inside.
And the knife is just an average steak knife, roughly comparable size to the fork.
Are they the same metal?
Yeah, they're the same metal.
I'd probably have to go with the knife then.
Yeah, the knife's a little sharper and could probably saw the fork's pitchfork.
Well, that and the fork only has stabbing moves, really, but the knife can stab and slash.
Oh, that's true.
You could argue that the fork can catch the knife in between its prongs, but what's stopping the knife from just sawing the fork in half?
I didn't even think about that. If the fork gets the knife in between the prongs and then the fork twists, it could snap the knife, right?
But steak knives typically tend to be able to bend a bit.
Little, yeah.
So I would have to say,
fork prongs.
I would have to say that a strike from the knife against the fork would still have the same amount of damage, whether or not it's in between the prongs or not.
Yeah, I've recently learned that cans are very hard to open with a steak knife.
Not really. Not if you just have a hammer.
I didn't have a hammer.
Oh, okay.
I had a crescent wrench.
The problem with Fork is poor Fork, bless his heart, he doesn't really have an answer to the knife. Like, he probably speed blitzes the knife, but that's all he's got.
I think the only thing the Fork's got is he's got 4 prongs at the top, but the knife has all those serrations on the side.
Exactly. I will say, it would have a certain advantage in metal against metal, because the prongs are, not thin, sharp things like the knife. They're just prongs. They can take a strike against metal and stay pretty much the same.
True. And it's the same.
That would be the main advantage I would see, is that the knife would become dull pretty quickly, but the fork would still be forkish.
Forks don't dull. I didn't even think of that. Knives dull fast.
So yeah, it would really depend on if the knife can get through the fork before it becomes a rod.
So it's a war of attrition. Can the fork survive long enough for the knife to dull itself, and then that's when the fork goes for the kill?
It will kill. Yeah, so fork's defense, knife's more offense. Both made of same steel. Yeah.
Goods, quality stainless steel for both of them.
Yeah, I think the fork could win if it could just hold out.
Yeah. I'd say 6 times out of 10 knife probably wins.
Really?
But there's a few if Fork plays his cards right, I think he's got it.
There you go. There is the versus match that nobody has talked about but us.
Exactly.
So
exclusive content, baby.
If anybody has talked about that in the past, we have the rights to sue them.
True.
Yeah, if they've talked about it before us, then they're the thieves here.
Yeah, I did mess up the phrasing, but it works better that way for us.
It does. Yeah, you're right.
No, I have another rambunctious death match.
To
for
the
the
death.
ages.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So, who wins in a free-for-all fight? A 1v1v1. Rock, paper, or scissors?
But
Gotta go with rock.
Paper loses instantly. Let's
paper
be real.
doesn't sit.
Paper
Paper
gets like a
doesn't-
breeze and it's flown across the country.
I have to go with rock for the same reason that fork beats knife. Rock would beat scissors before scissors could be scissors.
Plus,
Yeah,
the only weakness Rock has is paper, and paper's gonna do it. I'm
paper's
suffocate
gonna
you, Rock.
paper's gonna wrap itself around rock, and the rock's just gonna flip upside down, grind against the ground, and rip paper up like that.
Yeah, it's caused the paper to turn on fire with enough friction.
True.
Yeah.
The rock just jumps up and down
This one's
to create
cut and dry.
fire, and that one, it's pretty. Yeah, that one's pretty obvious in retrospect, but it's such a classic that you can't help but bring it up, even if
that's another exclusive thing, since nobody has talked about it in the past. Nobody dares talk about the free-for-all match, unlike us. Have any of you guys played 3D rock paper scissors?
No.
Yeah, every time I play rock, paper, scissors.
No, that's
It's in 3 dimensions. No, it's not.
You're not playing it right then.
I assure you, every time I've played rock, paper, scissors, it has been in 3 dimensions.
You haven't played the 3D rock paper scissors. I have.
Okay.
All right, what's 3D rock paper scissors? Right? Tell us.
Okay, you get this. You remember that like hand stacking game we did as kids? Yeah, similar to that. Instead, you start. Everybody starts with a rock, and then you start changing which form you're doing. And then if you beat the other person, like the bottom has to beat the top, and you have to just be fast to destroy them. You keep switching, trying to beat the other.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's fine. It was a stupid thing that I thought of like 5 seconds ago.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Okay, not 5 seconds ago. Maybe a week ago. I played it once, and it was in beta.
It sounds dreadful.
It's in beta.
I'm probably not gonna play it when the full game comes out.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Quickly move on to the next fight.
All right, who wins in a fight to the death? Big Mac or Whopper?
Oh, let's see. So it'd be whoever eats the other like first, or like somebody's gonna come and eat them. Because one has to look more appetizing than the other.
Oh yeah, what kind of battle would that be?
Oh,
the first to die because they want to be eaten in order to become the better product, or who can survive the longest?
Well, if we're going off of who can survive the longest, probably like the Whopper wins because Burger King burgers just aren't as good as Mickey D's.
Well, I don't know. If we're talking about survivability the longest, then McDonald's probably has 1,700 more preservatives.
That's what I was thinking. It's gonna survive.
If you're just sitting them both out in the sun, then I think McDonald's has it.
No, let's look at it this way. They both want to get eaten really, really badly, but they're also really impatient. So they want to take out the competition before any hungry people come along. So they're fighting to the death before like any hungry customers, and the winner gets to be the one who gets eaten while the other one's just like dead.
I mean, for me, I'm a Burger King guy over a McDonald's guy, so I think I would just pick up BK.
Got no McDonald's lovers here.
It's good for like a real quick, like small burger, I guess. But if you want like a burger between the two, you're going with BK.
It's just got more. It's got more toppings.
I go with the Bacon King, so I only get like ketchup, mayo, and bacon. So I have less toppings, but I love that thing.
I just love their large onion.
Yeah.
But that's probably just a me thing.
I do enjoy me a nice Whopper burger from time to time. I do prefer it over a Big Mac.
And he doesn't mean he's very into onions. He means he really likes big onions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement that Burger King kicks the Whopper. The Whopper kicks the Big Mac's ass and gets to get eaten as a result.
Yeah, which one's cheaper? Is McDonald's cheaper?
That would be my basic
McDonald's-
assumption. You know,
I think McDonald's is cheaper.
Here's my favorite segment of the podcast: me trying to voice activate my phone.
oh,
Which one?
Is your phone not?
Gosh, I missed it. Okay, let me try that one again.
Is your phone not here? Okay.
Burger King. No, shoot, back it up. Okay, try again. Third time's the charm.
Oh my god.
Is a Whopper or a Big Mac more expensive? Nailed it. What costs more? Yeah, that's right. Ask Quora. Not helping me. I just wanted numbers.
Quora.
I'll just go on DoorDash and look at it myself.
Okay, here we go. A Big Mac is $4.39 and a Whopper is $4.99. So
Wow.
Big Mac is 60 cents cheaper.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, those are expensive burgers. Jeez.
You clearly never eaten at a burger place because burgers are
It's supposed
usually
to be fast
like
food. These things are supposed to be like $2.
I mean, well,
They're
when they
also,
started,
like,
it
the
was a few
biggest-
cents, right?
Yeah.
those are also like the main big ticket burger items on the menu. It's not like one of those. It's not like just ordering a straight up cheeseburger from Mickey D's. You're ordering a Big Mac. That's like 2 burgers and a bun in between with cheese and other shit on it.
Have you seen the movie The Founder?
No.
I've seen a lot of clips of it, but no, never watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Highly suggest it. About how McDonald's was founded.
By the founder.
Yeah.
Ron McDon. Okay.
What? I don't think his. They were the
Ron
McDonald's brothers.
Ron McDon founded McDonald's.
Yeah. They found it. Somebody partnered with them and then pretty much undercut them. Made a lot more money than them, but they didn't want to expand like. So there you go. There's your synopsis.
And that's how the beef between Burger King and McDonald's started.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
The beef.
Yeah. Because I don't think we came up with an actual winner for this fight.
Oh, I thought we all were in agreement on Burger King winning.
All right.
We all like Burger
Yeah,
King more.
I thought so. Yeah.
I thought this was a biased choice.
Nah.
Okay, it's a biased choice now.
All right.
All right.
Secretly biased.
Okay. Who wins in a fight to the death? Cupcake or muffin?
Muffin.
Oh yeah, muffin for sure.
Muffins are bigger. Cupcakes
I
are small.
Myself a muffin, man. You get breakfast muffins.
Muffin.
You can have English muffins.
Riley, this isn't about how much. Riley, this isn't about how much you like the food. This isn't.
I love muffins.
This isn't Whopper versus Big Mac. We're talking about how one holds up against the other in a fight to the death. And
this is another food one though.
Yeah.
I kind of got lost in the sauce when we were talking about which one wins. Is it the one that gets eaten at the end?
It's the one who dies. This isn't about eating. You're not eating these ones. These ones are sentient living muffins who are muffin and cupcake who are dropped in a fighting ring, and they are meant to fight to the death.
Okay,
that's what this is.
Well, going with pop culture, ASDF has the muffin. They don't have any cupcakes. I think that is a point for muffin. Cupcakes are mainly just sugary desserts. You can mess up the frosting very easily.
Yeah. True.
Muffins, I think, are harder to make.
Yeah. Gavin also brought up a good point that muffins tend to have a size advantage.
Oh yeah, they are heftier because they don't have all that frosting.
True.
The frosting just makes them look like the frosting's basically the hair of making it look taller.
Muffins don't need hair. They're bald and proud.
They're like 6 foot. Well, the The frosting is like 5'5" with 5 inches of hair.
I feel like muffins are more dense than cupcakes too.
Yeah.
So like a muffin could probably just flatten a cupcake pretty easily.
And the ones at Perkins at least have like a hard crystalline sugar top to them.
Oh, for the muffins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got an outside barrier. Oh, the cupcake, do they come with their like little wrapping?
Yeah, but so do the muffins.
Yeah, muffins do too.
Oh. I make.
No, let's give the cupcake
It's called a muffin pan, not a cupcake pan. Oh.
Let's give the cupcake something.
Was that going to be an argument for you?
Yes.
Let's say, assuming Cupcake has all of its tools at its disposal here, it's one of those cupcakes with the ring on top, with like the shitty plastic ring.
Oh,
how much does that change the outcome of the fight? Because now the cupcake has a weapon / shield.
Yeah, I'm just imagining. I don't know why I'm imagining this, but I'm just imagining a muffin with like a giant afro and then one of those combs sticking out. That's how I'm just imagining this cupcake.
I thought you were talking about. Well, okay.
What?
Go
on, Gavin. Go on.
I thought you said that's how I imagined the cupcake, and then you said muffin, and then I thought you were flipping flopping.
You did say muffin.
Oh, well, I would never disgrace the muffin that badly, but apparently I did. It's the cupcake in general.
Yeah.
That's the afro and then the comb sticking out of it.
Except instead of a comb, it's a ring.
It's a ring. The ring does make it look... It has more bling to it. I don't know if that would help it though, because like we said, the muffin is already heavier and more dense and probably can.
Yeah, but consider this: the ring is made of plastic, which is durable compared to the muffin.
The muffin couldn't like body slam it. It would have to go on a head-on approach.
The muffin would have to be a bit more tactical with this one.
Yeah.
Gavin, what do you
just slamming them together? Gavin? I still think
them.
Do you think the ring changes much for the cupcake?
Not if it's like one of those like spider rings or anything. Those things are flimsy as hell. I don't think they could get through the paper wrapping at all.
That's a fair point. Yeah, like the ring, it helps the cupcake, but not enough to win, is what I feel.
Mm.
Yeah. Often just cupcake is too is it not? Too fluffy. Because it's a dessert.
Alright. Now, who wins in a fight to the death? Apple or orange?
Orange doesn't rhyme with it, but it's got that protective layer.
Yeah,
that hard skin's pretty.
Yeah, but
good.
Apples are also overall like more hard.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. Like I feel like the orange would get internal bleeding from the apple.
Oh yeah. The orange,
which is pretty bad.
The orange could definitely get some internal damage going on.
I feel like if you kept like banging an orange and an apple together, I think the apple would come out on top. That's just my general feeling of it.
Yeah. Like, the orange, it doesn't have much it can do against an apple.
I've been trying to practice ripping an apple in half, and I've yet to succeed.
I mean, like, even if the orange, like, spits an orange seed into the apple's mouth, the apple could just Uno reverse and spit an apple seed into the orange's mouth. Apple seeds are poisonous.
And boom, it dies from cyanide.
That's a movie scene that has haunted me from childhood. It was some sort of Chinese kung fu movie, and like I can't remember if the girl was shooting at a guy or throwing knives at a guy. But whatever he was doing, he was catching them in more and more fancy ways until he started just catching everything in his mouth. So then she was just like, all right, And he accidentally caught her loogie in his mouth.
Oh,
And that is just
Oh
a scene
my
that has always
Jesus
haunted me.
Christ, that is a different direction than I thought this was going.
No, it's always haunted me
Oh,
though.
I could see why.
I can never get that scene out of my head. And I was so young when I saw it, but just I always think about that.
Oh,
That's
thanks
yeah,
for
that's
sharing.
gross.
You're welcome. Share the pain, you know.
Could have nightmares.
Next fight: Red Bull or Monster? Who wins? Like the energy drinks.
Haven't had either. The
I've had
Well,
both.
caffeine, right?
Yeah, they're both caffeine.
Yeah, but
They
which one
both
has more caffeine? Oh, I got this. I can ask my phone. We know how well that works.
Yes.
Does Monster or Red Bull have more caffeine? I almost forgot what we were comparing. A can of Monster has significantly more caffeine than a can of Red Bull.
Okay, so Monster has the stamina and speed advantage for sure.
I will say Monster tends to be a lot bigger than Red Bull cans too, but that could make them a little bit more flimsy instead of having the size and strength advantage. I think a larger, more rounder can would be more flimsy than their tinier, more slimly cylindrical cans.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking for some reason Red Bull was like 5-hour energy in those tiny containers.
Now 5-hour energy gets clapped by both. 5-hour energy shows up and immediately dies.
I wish it was 6-hour energy.
Yeah, if it was 6 hours, it would have stood a better chance. But Red Bull has wings, so Red Bull can fly.
Can it? I thought it was just a can.
And we're giving them all their available tools, and considering
their
Red Bull's
commercials
tagline is it gives you wings, I'd assume that the Red Bull is capable of flight.
I thought it
if
would give
wants.
the Monster wings.
The Monster would have to drink the Red Bull.
Yeah.
But since all the Red Bull is still in the can, the Red Bull still has the wings.
If we are going based off of advertising, then we would have to say that Monster at least would have some sort of ability to make 3 gash marks into a can because that is their logo.
Snap.
Exactly.
Monster would just slash the can and Red Bull would be dead.
Yeah, the Red Bull would have to be very careful in this fight. Because the moment the Monster lands one clean hit on Red Bull, he's getting cut. And he's
if that's the case, and Red Bull
Bull
has the speed and stamina advantage, then I think Monster has it.
Yeah, Monster's got the speed and stamina.
Speed, stamina, and it takes one hit to
just destroy the can.
Yeah.
I think that we found the real Monster in the can universe.
True.
Could any other can beat Monster? I think that's the better question. What stands up against Monster?
And I don't know. I
Crush.
I don't think there is one.
Okay, everybody in the comments, let us know the can from advertisement and just abilities of like the drink itself.
Oh god, they're gonna find some random obscure Japanese crazy advertisement.
Was it? It's like the Boss Coffee from Japan.
Speaking of, who wins in a fight to the death, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
I don't
care. Coke is so much better than Pepsi.
I think I might have tried Pepsi before.
Personally, I don't like colas. They all taste the same. But Pepsi does have Pepsi Man as an advantage on its side.
Pepsi Man.
I don't think. Does Coca-Cola have a Pepsi Man equivalent?
Well,
wait. It has the bear. It has the polar bear.
Oh, it has a family of polar bears, doesn't it? Doesn't it have a...
And Santa.
Yeah, but people
nobody cares about Santa. Sorry.
People mostly know the polar bear for. Okay, so who wins? The polar bear
Are we going
Pepsi
old school Coca-Cola? Like it had like actual Coke in it, right?
Yeah.
Does that give it an advantage?
Yes, Coke's advantage is at one point it was
Yeah,
addicted to cocaine.
but Pepsi Man has the ability to turn any drink into Pepsi.
Yeah. I'm just imagining this. Pepsi Man would turn the Coca-Cola into a Pepsi can, and then that Pepsi can would just break through the shell and be Coke underneath. Can't handle me. I don't really have a say in either for taste wise.
I think Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi
I think it comes down to
as far as taste
preference
goes.
or branding.
They both, personally, most colas taste the same to me.
Yeah.
So, like,
So Gavin says Coke would win, and just imagining Pepsi Man turning the can and then the Coca-Cola breaking out, I think Coke would win, based off of my imaging of that.
yeah, that's the power of Coke, I guess.
Yeah.
Pepsi Man's about to be turned into Coca-Cola Man soon.
It doesn't have the same ring to it, sadly.
Yeah, that's why they discontinued it.
It would go from Pepsi Man to Coke Man. But I think that have a bad connotation.
Riley, do you have any fun, weird, crackpot fights that, like what I've been listing off?
Yeah, you know me. I've been just thinking about what kind of crackpot fighting can I think of. Yeah, no, I think did we have like we've had like two drinks of our own, right? We had like all milk versus all something else. What was the second all? I forgot what.
Cheese?
Is it all cheese?
I don't know.
Versus all cheese. Well, I thought all cheese went into all milk because
all cheese was part of all milk. I don't think we had another all product.
Did we just come up with a new all product a few weeks ago? Oh,
I think it was all yogurt.
Oh yes, all yogurt, which is still another dairy product.
That's still an all milk. That's just an all milk spin-off.
The spin-offs of all milk. No, I don't think I have one right off the top of my head. I haven't been thinking what two things can clash against each other and actually win.
How about a glass of tap water, just like a small cup of tap water, versus a loaf of white bread?
That bread's getting destroyed. It's gonna get soggy. Nobody likes soggy bread.
Well, that's assuming that it gets hit by the water.
The water will attack the bread from the inside and tear it apart.
Yeah, but there's only so much.
Also, who eats white bread? Actually, my sister eats white bread.
I eat white bread because it's cheap and it's bread, so it works for me.
I'm not taste of white bread.
It's bread. I'm not picky without bread.
I prefer more grains in my bread.
I don't like.
Call me grainy.
Sure.
What about like the sun versus the moon? That's a good fight to.
All the glory of the moon comes from the sun. Sun wins.
Sun's like bigger and
very massive. That's right.
The sun's way bigger and way hotter. The moon's just a rock. It's like,
I mean, waves are cool and all, and the tide and whatever, but it doesn't have much against the sun.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that. The moon is was it not landlocked? What's it called? Its face is always
tidal locked.
No, not tidal.
And plus, like, the sun also has it. In case the moon ever pushes it to this point, the sun has the ultimate, like, kamikaze. Fuck, what's the
kamikaze?
Yeah, kamikaze move being heat death.
Supernova?
Yes, supernova. In which it could just explode itself into a black hole and take the moon out with it. And that counts as a sun dub because I don't think the moon's fast enough to get away from that.
Oh yeah, the moon is like it's yeah. I'm sorry I brought that up because the moon is absolutely tragic in this fight.
Yeah. That's true.
What about you, Gavin? Do you have any fun battles?
Nope.
Well, that's great. Well, maybe we should end off there. I know, Gavin, you said you had to leave here soon, so we could probably just call her quits and come up with a topic for next time.
And that was a pretty short.
Pretty sure I came up with the last two, so
the shorter one. But you know, we're minding. We're trying to get back in the rhythm and the flow, and I felt like it was a great stopping point since Gavin, the all-seeing and all-knowing and all-repairing, did not have anything else for the battles.
Fair.
Yeah, let's see. Should I come up with one?
Yeah.
Let's go with like gemstones. I think that could be kind of fun.
Nice and broad. I like it.
Yeah. Gemstones next time. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Till next times. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep.